I'm back with a pink bucket. Buckets are like gold around my place. This pink one I'll be able to tell when my mother-in-law steals it. So, I have a bucket tonight that I didn't have last night and the night before, but I need a trash bucket out here when I'm doing this, so I don't throw these little things on the ground. I've got little folder uppers that I'll show you a little later, and anyway, don't want those all over the place, so that's what that is. Now, let's get back to pruning. Get the idea by now as to why you shouldn't plant vines like I did, or at least do the process that I did. These will be fine. They will get their infrastructure in place. I'll train them up and they'll be unrecognizable as this mess at the current time, hopefully this year. Stay tuned and we will see if that happens. Okay, I am down to my final 3 vines that have been aggressively trimmed back for 2019, so I can build the rest of this infrastructure and make this look like a real vineyard and support the vines like they should be, should have been all along. So, let's go over here to this one and talk about next steps. So, next steps is going to be to pull out all the clippings onto the sidelines out there in the pasture, and I'll haul those away or give them away if somebody wants them for crafts. And then the very next step is to come through here and stake them. Now I've got them trimmed back. If you'll see how I trim this one here, I get pretty aggressive with it because this is going to be their big grow year for me. So I keep the straightest vine here, cut them back like that. Now I'll come in here with a stake, stake this up, then I'll get the mower in here really close, make this thing spotless, and then I got to keep it that way because I don't like to use any kind of chemicals around these things. Just a personal preference, I just don't like to. If bugs try to get the best of me like some years, I don't mind using 7 as long as it's outside the window of harvest season, and that helps out some. You catch them in the larvae stage of the bugaboos. However, once I get them staked, that was an old wooden bamboo stake. They rot off down there. They don't last much more than a year, if that at all. So that's why it's important to get them up, get them straight, select the vines I want, and get them Put the rest of the infrastructure of the trellis system in place. Once I have the trellis in place, then I go train them up to 6 foot high and make a T and go 3 foot and 3 foot both directions. That way my vines are touching at the ends from vine to vine here, and they're fully trained at that point in time for a good life ahead. And I'll show you how they look when they're correctly trained here. As long as we got daylight, this is it. This is the last one that I have to prune for tonight. They're calling for some serious rain. Today is Wednesday, and they're calling for rain to start tonight and go all the way through Sunday. And I don't like that because we've been the recipient of the floods up north, and our farmers down in the Missouri River bottoms, they're already flooding bad. So we really don't want any more rain right now. And I know that they would love for it to be drying out, so that way they can actually get ready to plant. It may be a weird year. Here comes Trixie Dog. Come here, Trixie Dog. Come here. Can you say hi to the camera? Come here. Can you say hi? Yeah. This is Trixie Dog. She's our rescue. She is the queen bee of our place. If you haven't checked out her mansion, she's got a heated mansion. She doesn't like staying inside the house more than 5 minutes. She's an outside dog. And so she loves her outdoor mansion. And that outdoor mansion is heated with a light bulb, 100-watt light bulb, and keeps it 70 degrees in there with her little flap door so she can go in and out whenever she wants. Sit. Shake. Sit. Can you sit? Sit. Shake. Good shake. Good girl. So, she pretty well has free run of the place with my father-in-law's dog, Buddy, who lives right next door through the woods. And she's over there most of the time playing with him during the day. She likes to come home for supper time most of the time. If she hadn't found some scraps. Somebody hadn't fed her over there. So, alright. With that last clip, that concludes 2019 pruning. And I couldn't be happier with my pink little bucket from Orchland. Now, like I say, next step is going to be to come through here. Let me move you around a little bit. Next steps is to come through and pick up all of my scraps. Scraps have disease and they need to be out of there because they will try to plant themselves. So next step is to haul them off. And then I will stake each one of those, more than likely with a polymer pole this time around. Some of these are staked up here that could last a little while longer. And once they're cleaned up and staked, and then I get to get in there and mow this stuff real close and keep it mowed. And that's another reason why I like the single wire high cordon, because you can mow underneath them. Not in between every bit, but you can mow in between them. So here's a pruned vine. Here's a pruned vine with a polymer stake in it. Polymer wrapped steel, I think, on that one. You can find those at different stores. And that's what it's supposed to look like. Right now, these are my last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows that I am lacking the trellis system, that I've got the supplies, that I just need the energy and motivation to do it. And this needs to be the year. So that way, next year and other years beyond look like that row, and my oldest row right over here. Boy, that's a pretty sunset tonight. So without without having any further things to do tonight, I'll wish you guys goodbye. If you haven't already, subscribe and click that like button. Helps me a lot, and I'd appreciate it. And if you want to follow along, there will be more to follow shortly. See you soon.